Oh. All right, Frank, you ready for us?
Brad, of course.
Okay, great. We'll go first to Pete Sweeney. Go ahead, Pete.
Hey, Frank, in this game, you guys lost Tyrann Matthew really early. I just was wondering how that might have impacted the team and how you felt you guys did without him.
Anytime you lose a player of, Tyrann's, caliber, your team's going to be affected. He leads us in so many different ways, on and off the field, just through his presence alone. He don't even have to say a word, his presence alone. You've seen at times during the game where we kind of struggled, whether it was pass rushing, getting the stops when we needed them. Also where you see, we gave up a few passes in the back end. Those are things where, Tyrann's there. He's able to help with the adjustments, help calm situations down and stuff like that, where it may seem like, things are kind of getting overhyped and stuff like that. So, anytime you lose a player like that, it's going to affect you. We missed him out there. It feels great that we was able to get the job done. Without him, I'm sure he's happy that, next week he's going to be able to, come back and show off and, do all the things that Tyrann does.
Let's go next to Lila. Go ahead, Lila.
Frank, Nick Bolton had, two really big plays in the second and third quarter to force a fourth down. How big was his play for you guys, and kind of how unique is that for, a rookie to perform like that in the playoffs?
Very good. Nick's been playing great football all season. Coming in as a rookie, led the team in tackles. Just, very excited. It's still great just to be able to watch, a young player, come into himself, wearing playoffs, tougher football now, where one mistake can change the game. And Nick's just been continuing to show why he deserves to be a professional here with the Kansas City Chiefs and why he, certainly should be considered, one of the best rookies in the NFL.
Let's go next to Matt Derrick. Go ahead, Matt.
Hey, Frank, congratulations on the win. What's going through your mind there? You're on the sidelines, 13 seconds left. You're watching your offense go out there in overtime. What's going through your mind as you're watching that and watching what Mahomes is doing out there?
I mean, trust. The one thing you got to have in this sport, or, not even really the sport, but when you have a team in a team setting, you got to have trust in your teammates. Anybody can go out there in an individual sport. They have to rely on themselves. You got to rely on yourself to execute well, got to rely on yourself to get the job done. But in this sport, unfortunately, you got to rely on 10 other guys when one of those guys out there on the field. And for Pat, he got 10 people around him who's going to help him win the football game. And then on defense, myself, I got another 10 around me who's going to help me, execute my responsibility to the best that I can. And, when everyone executes as one, as a unit, that's the best part of being a team. And, success comes out of it, no matter how it's earned.
Take two more. We'll go Todd Lebo and then Todd Palmer. Go ahead, Todd.
Frank, when you guys were out there in a good time for overtime and you guys win the toss, how gassed were you guys defensively? Were you ready to go out there and try to stop them? How relieved were you that you guys got the ball to go with, because it looked like the Bills' defense was gassed as well?
Yeah, I mean, being tired is part of the sport, but here at the Kansas City Chiefs, man, we do 18-play long drive drills in practice. So, you get into those situations in the game and, things get kind of tired and weary out there. But, you think back to those practices in camp where you're on the field for 18 straight plays and, it's not that bad.
We'll last to Todd Palmer. Go ahead, Todd.
Hey, Frank, you guys are hosting the AFC Championship game for the fourth straight year. No team has ever done that in NFL history. So what does that say about this coaching staff, these players, this organization that you guys have found yourself in this spot again?
It's hats off, starting up top, to everyone up top who put the team, together, because, that's hard, when you bring all these different personalities from different places and, you got to add pieces and make changes throughout the middle of the season. Those things are hard. We come to work, we go on the field, we practice, we play in meetings and stuff like that. We don't really see what's going on behind the scenes, you know what I mean? But when you have to come in and your job is to come in and, figure out a roster, put together this roster, all these random guys, from different backgrounds and different places, different schools, basically so that we can compete in the end for one goal, and that's to win the Super Bowl. And, like I was saying, it's just hats off to the guys upstairs who, continue to do a great job putting the team together and continue just, adding the little pieces as we go along the way too, just to, make sure we stay on it. And, like I said, it's a great thing, just to have people up there doing that for us.
Frank, we appreciate the time. Thanks for joining us.
Appreciate you guys. Thank you, man.
All right, guys, hang with us for a second. We're going to have Team President Mark Donovan step to the podium in a second here. Hang with us for a second. We're going to have Team President Mark Donovan step to the podium in a second here.